All right. What's up, everybody? I wonder if my icon still won't change. That's weird. Let me see. Let me look on on stream. See what's showing up. Okay, it's just for me. My icon won't change. That's so weird. So what's up, everybody? How's it going? I've got the invite out. Waiting to see if anybody can show up. If they can't, there's not going to be any hard feelings because, well, that's just the way life works. People have stuff to do. Let me screen share. All right. What do we got going on here today? We're going to work on some hero pages because I love you. We got to keep this train moving. Got to keep it moving. All right. Whew. Train kept rolling all night long. So let's see what happened. Who just came in here?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Not much, just getting off from work.
Cool.
Tired as usual, but it was not that bad of a day.
Right on. That's good. That's good.
I mean, I got paid. I got paid for the whole week I did before,
Mm-hmm.
so that's good. Yeah, so yeah, I'm a little bit happy, relaxed. I got one more day of work, and I can enjoy the weekend. How about yourself, man?
Uh, I got to work tomorrow and decided to try and get some work done today. Now that my headache finally cleared up, I have a really nasty sinus headache sometimes. And
Oh, that's not good.
they just knock me out, dude. They're rough.
Mm,
But it's good now.
that's cool. Let me see if I can find you here on YouTube, and so I can like and share the video.
Oh, very cool. That's appreciated. Thanks, man.
Yeah. So you've been, and this is, I think, the first time I've been on your channel. So you get a
Is
lot
it?
of, I think so. I think mostly I've been on Andrew's.
Well, you're welcome here, Tail.
Cool. Yep, there we go.
That's the reason I put it in that chat room. So just anybody who wants to just pop in can.
Cool.
It's totally cool with me. I just like having people to talk to while I work. It's
Oh
fun.
yeah, yeah.
It's fun, dude. I like it. I love it actually.
Okay.
Like like making videos. I don't really make that many videos because I'm kind of like I don't want to learn to edit. I need to learn to edit, but I don't want to learn to edit. Because I've opened up the program. I have Adobe Premiere. I have like the full suite. I've opened up the program and I'm just like, oh, this is a pain in the butt. I don't like it.
Let me tell you something. Editing sucks. You're talking about videos or
Yeah.
just editing? Yeah. Oh no, I've done it before. I've removed everything from YouTube, but I used to like record myself playing bass guitar or the covers, and I would I have to do it certain ways, and then I have to spend hours and hours making sure the audio is synced up with the visual, putting a title header and all that stuff. I think, and that's the cheapest way. It was the blue screen with text on front. Then it was just me, the audio kicked in. I had to make sure everything was recorded right and leveled. It is annoying. It takes up basically. It took me like half a day.
Yeah,
it took me like 3 hours, 4 hours maybe.
It's a job, man. It's a job, and there are simpler programs for editing, and I really should maybe buy some of those than to do the main body of my editing, the easy stuff, then take it to Premiere if I'm looking to try and figure out something fancy. It would probably be easier. But I'm kind of like, I don't want to buy more programs right now.
Yeah.
Ethan does a lot on his phone, I think.
He probably has a nice phone or something.
Yeah.
I gotta replace mine. Mine's just junk now. It's like it overheats too crazily, and it's just stupid stuff.
I don't know what he's doing now. I know in the beginning he said he just downloaded every editing thing he could get for his phone. That was in the beginning. Now it might be more involved.
Well, he has like an iPad or something I've seen him use before.
Oh yeah.
For some things. So he probably does a little bit of that too, as well as on the computer. He's probably got all linked up, synced up, and very simple. It's probably simple to him now. I mean, yeah, and probably when he did his intro for his stuff, that took a minute, but once he got it, that was a very simple intro. Yeah, Elric's here. Hello, Elric.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
I'll keep an eye on the chat for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to, like, for my videos, I need an intro when I do my art video. When I do like sped up art videos, I do need to sit down and cook up an intro and figure out Premiere. I mean, I have it. I really should take the time and figure it out.
Yeah.
It would behoove me to sit down and figure it out.
Yeah. I think maybe sometime tomorrow, not tomorrow, Saturday on my day off, I'm gonna try to do another video stream in the day, because I'm gonna do something Saturday night. If anybody wants to come on, I'll send you a link too if you guys want to hang out. Like I said last night, I'm just going to do something, because of the wrestling thing. It's like, you don't have to talk about wrestling. You don't have to draw wrestling. You can just all hang out. I'm going to be talking about it because, DX got put into the Hall of Fame. So I'm like, yeah, that's something cool. And if anyone wants to draw that, cool. No, we can just hang out and have fun on a Saturday night.
Okay, I'm going to be able to join. Send me the link.
Yeah,
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do it around 10 or so, because I'm going to try to get Chester on board, because he does, what's it called? The Bunny Vision TV. So they're going to do a movie, and they do movies every Saturday. And you go to bunnysomething.com or it's rabbit.tv or something on Booster's channel. And yeah, they just you can watch the video there, and then you can hear them talk about it on YouTube. It's fun stuff.
Oh, cool.
Okay, Elric said he's good, just sick with some weird stomach flu. I overdid it and got a relapse.
Oh.
I did my non-spoiler review of Lone Star today. Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. I haven't got my copy yet.
Nice.
I want my copy. Hey, Mike. Where's my copy? He'll never see that. None of those guys know I exist.
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. It's just reality.
Yeah, it's reality at the moment. You never know what happens in the future. You never know if the comic you're working on now or the one you'll work in the future may actually mean something. If not, oh well, you tried. As long as you're having fun and making friends, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I gotta give Andrew some real bad news though.
Oh no.
I kind of don't want to. I'm not gonna mention it on stream.
No, that's fine. You know, maybe afterwards, or if you want to, talk to him first about it, that's probably best. Yeah, whatever it is, things happen.
It's just if things don't go well.
I mean,
because I have to face reality.
I mean, it's something I've seen. It happened during this time period. You guys didn't hit your mark. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
I'm hoping, like, you guys do really well. Once it's after, tax season's over with, March or April, whenever you guys start your campaign again. Hopefully, it'll pick up a lot more. March, okay. Well, I'll have enough money saved up to re-pre-order a copy again.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I wanted because I got 2 nieces.
Yeah. It's just I gotta face reality. I'm 43.
Well, man. You gotta make. You gotta do and make your own mark. Everybody wants to do that, and if it works, it works. If not, you tried and you had a lot of fun doing it. Then you have to, move on because like you said, you're not a young man anymore. You have to do what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, I'm back working. I'm working with my buddy. My buddy, he's older than you. He's 50 now, or about to turn 50. And, he's talking about, things aren't like it was, like, when I first met you over 5 years ago. And it's like, it was like, everything's changed around him. It was like, because I was a friend first, then I became, then I started working for him later at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But I've even been in a band with him. So that's the thing, is like, now I'm really relying on playing more often, getting paid to make money besides doing the work we do. It's like, so it's more than just having fun, getting a little extra, because like around here, you get $10.99 by the bar now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they write you a check. You're going to get $10.99 later on for the $100 they paid you for the 3-4 hours you played. Yeah. Used to not be like that. It used to just be like, you just play and they just give you a straight up cash and they wouldn't $10.99 to you. But now, like, the whole city and stuff has passed new ordinance rules and stuff, and you have to have a musician's license.
A musician's license. Oh my God.
That's basically what it is. That's how they $10.99 you. And the thing is, if you go to a bar, if they know or don't know, and they let you play, and a cop comes in and asks you for your license, and you don't have one, they're gonna give you a ticket, and that ticket's like $500.
That's ridiculous, dude.
That's what they're doing here, man.
What if you're playing in the bar for free?
Well, I don't know about that part, but most places here, they hire you for to play the good music for the people that are there, the regular people. It's not like you go to a dive bar and someone's just playing straight up punk or metal or something. No, you go there. Around here, it's like country or rock or.
Where are you?
Like, I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh.
Okay, so that's in Myrtle Beach we have a bar called what's it called? It's the place that made the country rock band Alabama famous. I can't think of the name of it right now, but yeah, that's kind of what Myrtle Beach is somewhat famous for. They gave Alabama the first start. The Bowery, that's what it's called, the Bowery.
That's crazy, dude. You have to have a license. It's like, oh, that's nuts.
I mean,
that sounds like crazy talk.
It is. I mean, you guys are about to go through what we went through. Was you know, they're tearing down that landing strip or whatever you call it yesterday. They're going to destroy that. They did that to us. And we had something that was basically been there for what, 60 years or more. I mean, it's been there
Yep.
forever. It was called the Pavilion. It was two things. It was one an amusement park, and right next to it was a giant arcade and parking garage.
Hmm.
And they tore it down. People didn't want it gone. They destroyed it, and it was it was basically a landmark. But what's there now? Oh, it's an empty field with a volleyball tent that they occasionally use during the summer for country music fest, which is good and bad at the same time. It makes money for the city, but it causes a lot of problems. I mean, there was like a lot of shootings that last year, and then and that was like within the year period. What happened around what was it in Vegas or something? It was somewhere in Nevada. They had a country fest, and there was that sniper. I don't know if you heard about that one.
Yeah, that was national news. That was huge.
Yeah, but there was shooting that went around. But that's the thing about that stuff dies down quickly. It's crazy around here sometimes. I mean, I was at I was working at Broadway Beach and at my old job just for the 4th of July, and what happened was it looked like a terrorist attack went on. People were running for their lives, going into the store. People were the stores were being locked, all the doors. Everybody was hiding from windows, and people said they heard someone say that they had a gun and they were firing. And also, what happened was at the same time, and it's weird how it happened. We had fireworks during the summer. It was 4th of July. This is happening when the fireworks are going out. So we had fireworks, and something happened with the fireworks. It fell and started shooting around, certain areas. Like it's going angled. It hit trees, set a tree on fire and stuff. So everyone's, on both sides freaking out, running around, and people getting trampled. Oh man, it was bad. I don't really know if there was anything going on besides what was said about that situation with the firearm, but at the same time, it was a scary thing to, with people speculating, hiding in fear. You're hearing different things, and that's going through your mind. It's like, and you're looking at where you work at, and you're looking like, this is a big window. You can see everything.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody doesn't want to pay for property security.
Well, I'm not going to say they've gone back and forth, but with that said, the security came around, the cops came around, everything was cleared by hours and hours later. But when I walked around and looked around, oh my God, it just looked horrible outside. I saw shoes, pizza, bottles of drinks and stuff all scattered around. People had torn through the shrubbery because they were all packed running away, and it was just like, it just looked like a mess. I'm like, holy cow. I'll be right back in a sec.
Yeah, there's a lot of background noise.
Sorry.
It's all right. Oh man, that sounds like a nightmare. Man, I want my Lone Star. I'm jealous, man. Elric, I am jealous. I really want my copy of Lone Star. And Graveyard Shift is shipping right now too. I should be getting my copy of that soon too. I've tried to back as many projects as I can. I wish I could back more. Because there's some I know I'm going to miss that I really want. It's good. Hey, Bethany, what's up? Elric, Lone Star's good. Well, I'm sure it is, dude. Because Mike's art's fantastic. I'm sure it's really good. I've seen people hating on Jawbreakers, and so far I've read the Lost Souls part, and I was entertained. I liked some of the cheesiness of it. Yeah, you couldn't back Graveyard Shift. Yeah, it happens, man. I need unlimited funds. Everybody back Hero when it March 1st. Get it to like 150,000 so I can get a bonus and start backing some more books.
This is get Avery a Miata fund.
No, I don't want a Miata. I don't want nothing like that. I want to back more books, man.
Yeah.
And pay for all this plumbing repair I just had done.
Talking about your you had that pipe underneath your sink or something that blew up?
Oh no, dude. It was way more than that. It was way more than that. It was like the airflow intake where it like pulls in air for the house was jacked up. They had to cut into a wall. Like the pipes are fixed, but there's still drywall people coming out to fix my wall. They had to tear into the wall, tear into the roof, go up under the house.
It was like, sounds like the job I'm at right now. Oh,
it was like $1,500 worth of stuff because of the labor on a plumber is expensive.
Oh yeah, it is very.
Yes, they were here. They were here about half the day.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
those guys are like, yeah. I have a friend. Yeah, he's a plumber, so I know what he charges and everything. Well, he doesn't do that work anymore, but he's gotten a better title where he just sits at the job. I mean, at the company, and he just answers the phone and tells people what to do and orders parts. So he's like, but back then, I knew what he had to do. He said something really good like once. Oh yeah, man, I had to go do a job because I got a call and I went there and there's these like basically these are like models, very very attractive models that should be like for like Victoria's Secret or whatever. They're walking around in just their underwear, that's it, and you can see everything, but they're like ankle deep in like fecal matter. The toilet or whatever like blew up and everything that was backed up and got in there. They're all like like blue. It was the hottest and the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I can believe it.
Oh
yeah, Andrew's sometimes like, I don't want him. He wants it to be he just wants people to read it and to get into it. I'm like, yeah, that's a part of being successful.
Yeah.
And I want it to be successful. That way we can do other stuff that I do the artwork on.
That's cool. Yeah, it's hard to do, really.
Yeah.
Sometimes, either you're really good as a writer or an artist. Right now, I'm okay. I'm not really ready to put a book out. My artwork's So I've been writing, so I've been working on that because I've actually been really good as a writer anyway. Mm-hmm. So at least I have my story written now. But the problem is, story written now, you got to find someone who can draw it that would be interested, and also you got to pay them. Oh, don't got money, so
yeah, like Andrew's paying me for this, and you know what? For indie, it's a good rate.
Oh yeah, I've talked to people who are doing like some of these indie books, and I won't say who, but I know I talked to one of them, and he was like, "Yeah, I kind of wish I did, got paid a little bit more because I'm only getting paid such and such amount to color, and then people are telling me that I need to color something, even the smallest objects are the wrong color, like a doorknob."
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just leave it at that. It's like, how would you feel like you're being told like, no, we want all the doorknobs in, gold instead of silver? or silver instead of gold, and you're like, oh yeah, go right back and just redo it all now.
I would just redo it.
Yeah, redo it. Yeah.
Uh, I have a lot of freedom dealing with Andrew because we're friends,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know anything about color. So a lot of the color choices in this book are all me.
Well, that's good.
But I'm still the colorist, which means even if he did super super good, I can't make a living.
Yeah.
But I can keep being his colorist if we get something else off the ground that I'm the artist.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because you're not making everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the artist is going to get the biggest cut. I think the writer will get the next biggest cut. The colorist, and then the letterer is somewhere in between.
Letterers get diddly. That's the reason.
Really.
That's the reason letterers do so many books.
Oh.
But a good letterer can do a book in a couple of days. That's the reason they get like $25 a page, or less, depending.
Okay, I didn't know that, but that's pretty good. That's not bad, but
But if they're good, they can do a book in a couple of days. A regular size comic in a couple of days. Good.
What's the rate editors get though?
Huh?
Editors. What's the rate does the editor?
I really don't know. Some of that depends on the publisher.
Because like I was talking to another friend, and he's like, Jawbreakers is good, but he said if Richard had an editor, it could have helped out more. But I'm like, maybe.
Oh yeah,
I think everybody.
A good editor can help a lot because sometimes there's just things you don't notice, and it does help. A good editor does help. But finding an editor for indie projects, especially Comicsgate, is going to be real hard.
Yeah, I know one guy, but yeah, no. I'm just going to say no. I'm not going to say anything else on live stream. But yeah, it's very hard. You have to know what you're getting into, and two, if you want to do it, and three, if the project's big enough, because like Richard C. Myers' Jawbreakers hit. I don't know what his next book is.
Yeah,
I don't know if he said anything. I haven't seen his videos.
He's working on one. He's not going to say much about it until it's ready.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard what it's called, but I'm pretty sure he is working on something else. So
I think he's got a couple.
Oh, when he gets them ready, I hope he can find an editor. Maybe that'll help out. That'll help him out making his book even better. So the next time, people would have less to gripe about, unless they're super nitpicky, of course, and that's going to come out from the people that really don't like him.
Yeah.
And that way, if it's fixed the right way, it's going to look better. And I don't know if he's working, because I know Ethan Van Sciver said that he's going to do All Caps Comics, and him and Mailing are going to work together. I don't know who else said that they're working with him, because he wants to put through Graveyard Shift through All Caps and his Cyber Frog and other stuff. He wants to do this and this. I remember him saying that a while back. I don't know if things have changed or not, but
I don't know.
I don't know if he's going to help and want to work with Richard C. Meyer and try to get Richard C. Meyer to be part of All Caps or not. If so, they all need an editor, because they're going to be a comic book, whole company or whatever, technically making comics. They're going to need an editor to look over the work.
They'll probably be able to find one then, and they'll just pay him by the project, and they'll be able to pay him good. They'll get a good rate. Bethany says, you looked up how to letter comics, and it's interesting. Looks like you need a special tool to do it by hand. Yeah, to do it by hand, you need some tools. Today, it's all done digital. So that's just a matter of learning how to use Illustrator and how to embed the fonts into it, having a good selection of fonts, and knowing how to create your own, which you can do in Illustrator. You can create your own fonts. And that's really a great way to go, is to create your own. D Loves All Things says your cat looks like something from Pet Cemetery. Your cat, your cat icon. I see you got notification of Tug's latest video on the Vic situation. I really want what's happening to Vic. I'm glad he lawyered up. Yeah, if the guy's innocent of any wrongdoing, I need to figure out how to turn those notifications off on my computer, but keep them on my phone. Because I've turned them on my phone. That makes them, because the accounts are, it's all synced. It pops through on my PC.
Yeah, I need to do it to both because I think that's what overheats my phone right now because it's such crap right now. It's so old. Because once I turn it off, data and Wi-Fi at work, when I have a short break at work, I turn it all on. It just like goes like it just like spurgs out on me, and go and just like, and the thing overheats, and I'm like, oh, this is great.
No, what's overheating it is just being online. They get hotter. That's mostly what's doing it.
Right now it's cool right now.
Remember when Zach used to live stream and have like a frozen bag of peas or something on it, holding it on his phone?
That's funny.
In his early live streams, I think that was before I had this account, but I used to watch on another account I have. I didn't openly follow him. Now I don't care. If I stop getting work, I don't care. I'm all in with Comicsgate. That's the future. At least I believe for me. That way I can actually make comics, and the consumer decides if I get to publish something. No one else.
Yeah.
Because it's frustrating. You get something published, and if it doesn't go well, or there's some sort of disagreement with the publisher, next thing you know, no one else will talk to you, and you're like, what the?
Yeah, that's how it happens with, I guess, everybody else that works in the comic industry.
Yeah.
Lately, that
I lost you. I lost you. I don't know if it's you or me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool, yeah, I'm here. Maybe my mic roboted or whatever.
It could be my connection getting wonky.
I don't know. It happens. Let's see here.
Yeah. Okay.
My sound is going in and out. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay, man. These things happen on live stream sometimes.
Yeah, I hear it's because you need a certain kind of microphone, how to put it through this, and this. All I got is like a headset right now with a built-in mic. So yeah.
Because I'm using a PC and I've got one of those Kraken headsets.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, that's what I use. And
I hear about everybody going in and out.
Yeah, my PC's hardwired. Oh yeah, my internet spurgs out sometimes and it gets ridiculous. And it's I'm paying like $120 a month for internet, and this shouldn't be happening. And I've got decent equipment, not the best, but decent. Oop, don't like that. But when you pay this money for this stuff, you're like, this should work pretty well most of the time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I got an alright laptop and just plugged in from like, little output. And I was like talking to other people, and they say, "Oh yeah, you need the good mics, and you need this and this and this." That guys like Ethan uses on their streams, like, yeah, but I can't afford it right now, so maybe later.
Yeah. I went in debt to buy this rig I have.
Hmm.
And it was outdated within a year. At least my video card was. I wish I could up my video card. Anime Gate Weeboard, aka Weeboards, won't last long since people like me who watch anime and read manga just pirate it from Japan. Easy, we don't need Funimation or Crunchyroll because of what's happening. Yeah, and Bethany says, yeah, true. Hubby buys this stuff overseas. Yeah, you know what? The hardcore anime fans have always done that or bought it overseas. You know, I used to be more into anime than I am now. Like when Ghost in the Shell 2 came out, I don't have the American release of it, the manga. I have the Japanese. I was just like, yeah, I'll take that. I don't need
read that.
No, I don't need to. I
Really?
didn't buy it for that. I didn't buy it for that. I don't care if I can read it. There was a time I could get the gist of some things, but especially if I was listening, if I was watching an anime, I couldn't speak it, but I'd read enough like how to speak Japanese books that I could get the gist of what they were saying, but I can't even do that anymore. But I've gotten to like, I don't care. I just want the cool art.
Yeah. I just buy like certain books and stuff. Like right now, it's like I'm it's sad what's going on right now between Funimation and Vic.
Yeah.
All I can say is like they have to go to court.
Yeah.
If they have any evidence that can prove him guilty, then it'll prove him guilty. If they don't, and he can. Yep, exactly. So that's all I'm going to leave that at. That's all I care to leave it at. Because it's like, right now it's like, you're on one or the other side, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to sit here and wait. At the same time, you're innocent until proven guilty, but at the same time, people also want to make you believe that you have to believe the victim also. So it's a very
there's nothing wrong with wanting proof. That's not an indictment of anyone. Yeah. Saying,
oh, sorry, that was my dryer. But yeah,
there's nothing wrong with wanting proof of something that serious. It should be required before making crazy allegations against people. Hey, I know people that have done some really horrible things, but I don't spout it on the internet because I don't have proof.
Oh, yeah. And I don't really care too much to get too involved with that stuff because it's just too much to go. Before you know it, you could be like spending like 2 hours arguing with some idiot that you wish you didn't want to argue with in the first place. And I'm like, or you could be doing like what Mr. Marvel did. Was it yesterday when someone was like trying to attack him, and he was like, oh, you're doing this with the minority character, blah blah blah. And it was like, they're accusing him of being like a white supremacist, and he's like, hey man, it's your boy here, Torres. His first name, Troy Torres. Like, this is Troy Torres. Look at me, like, I'm Mr. Marvel. It's like, I got this, like, and then he like, I don't speak Spanish, but he like called him basically an idiot in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he was like, what is my character not? Was my character too, Latino for you? Was my character too bisexual for you? Is he too? Is he too? What you call it? Is he too body positive for you because he's fat? What's the problem here? And my comment was, I said to him, was like, it's like, this guy's going to tag Marvel and Rob Liefeld talking about Wanpool as in a ripoff. He's like, shouldn't he be getting, Chocolate Starfish Boy instead because he's the one who created Gwenpool, not Rob Liefeld?
Yeah.
He was like, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. Messing with him. He's like, but then he's like, like the next day, it's like today is like it's a good day. I mean, I wish I didn't have to deal with an idiot, but I got tons of more subscribers. I mean, followers now on Twitter, and actually my book's gotten back more now.
Yeah. Sometimes it backs. They keep attacking people the way they do because it has worked in the past. Because if no one comes, if no one notices, it will work, and they'll do permanent damage to you. But if the right people notice, they can end up making you instead of hurting you.
Yeah.
It does backfire on them sometimes.
Well, I'm glad for his sake because he's trying. I think in a week, I think he is or so. He's releasing his second issue of Juan Poole.
Good.
And I watched the Dollar Bin review, and it's actually really cheap on Comixology, and I'm thinking about buying 1 and 2 at the same time so I can have both.
Cool.
It's download, so why not? I mean,
yeah, I'm aware of.
I think it's just it's only a 3-parter apparently.
Yeah, I'm aware of them, but I'm not into digital books. Like, if he makes it, does he have it in print yet? Like a print version?
I don't know. Maybe when he does 2, maybe there will be a print version. But
if he does a print version, hopefully I'll be able to back it and buy it.
Yeah, I think I only have 3 digitals right now. I backed Sovereign for digital just because all right, that was worth the price.
Yeah.
Well, technically 4 because Brutus gave me the physical and the digital. Mm-hmm. And then the Knox, they didn't meet their quota, but they they did the fixable instead of the fixed. So they have to honor everybody that backed them because no one got refunded. I guess that's what fixable is. Because you guys had fixed, so you had to meet your bare minimum goal.
Yes.
So yeah, the Knox is the other one, and the one I just got was Blue Mamba because they were running a special for 1 day only, $3 for a digital. I was like, that's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And it's not. And if you haven't checked out Blue Mamba, it's pretty cool. It's interesting, but at the same time, it depends on your taste.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I'm aware of it. It looks good. It's just one of the things that I've had to miss.
Yeah. For $3 for digital, I'm like, yeah, that's not bad.
D wants me to watch One Punch Man. I'm like, I don't know, D. I don't know, bro.
Have you heard about it?
Oh, I know what it is. I just don't know if I can watch anime anymore.
Hey,
I haven't watched One Punch. I haven't watched any anime in a really long time.
Okay. The one that you should like or should watch is My Hero Academia. That one's really good because it's like Japanese version of superheroes. It's basically their whole universe with superheroes in it.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I'm getting where I can't watch a lot of stuff. I just get too pissed off.
I understand. It's like you got to work. You can't. When you have time to watch TV, you can only watch like maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 hours TV total within a few days.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Plus, I'm way into watching people's YouTube channels, and I can't even keep up with that. But I'm really into watching people's YouTube channels. I love it. Nice. I love the original content.
Yeah, it's good. I go back and forth. Sometimes I'll just like on my free time watch some streams or whatever's going on YouTube, and if I get tired, I'll just go back because I got Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah, I love the long streams, especially I'll listen to those while I'm at work. So they're really great for that.
Nice.
Those really long, like 2-3 hour long streams. I like them.
Nice. Wish I could do that at my work, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I just listen to the radio.
Yeah, your avatars from My Hero Academia. I've heard a lot about My Hero Academia. I don't know. I just don't know.
Here's the thing about My Hero Academia. If you like Spider-Man, you might like My Hero Academia. The little kid's kind of, he has that like Peter Parker like vibe to him, which is cool.
Like
He wants to be a hero.
my benchmarks are Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, nice.
So if it doesn't hook me real quick and measure up to those, I just go nope, and I nope out real quick.
Yeah, Elric, I've seen those complaints from the SJWs about My Hero Academia. Yeah. It's stupid. Next,
they complain about everything. There's like I can complain, but they ruin things with their complaining. Like, make this for us. You don't have any money. No. We're not going to make this for you. You don't have money.
No, complaints are very simple. Here's a good one. This one makes sense, and it's actually worth me complaining. All right. Went to the job. We're about to spray the ceiling and the doors and the trim around the doors. Oh, what's this? Oh, they added the apparently there's a final piece on top of the trim around the doors. They added. Now I have to go caulk that in. And there's like 20 doors, so I have to spend time doing something when we could have just gone in, done it, go. So thank you for the extra time, even though I get paid by the hour, but now I got my boss yelling at me because, like, I thought you did everything, and I have to explain, well, this shit wasn't here yesterday. So, yeah, there's my little complaint there. That's actually worth it because it takes more time.
Yeah. Like, I remember a Jet Up Guy video on My Hero Academia. He did a while back.
Yeah. Cool.
He gave it a great review.
Well, I'm caught up on it. Here's the thing: I'm all caught up on it, but I have the Shonen Jump or whatever app.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone back and I'm starting reading more of the comic. But there's two comics. There's My Hero Academia regular, and there's My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I prefer Vigilantes. It's a newer series. It's actually already free. You could probably, or was free originally, to an extent. I've read all of it, and I keep up track. They do one issue a month. It's pretty good. So it's a lot different. It's and it does feel like more like Spider-Man than the other one does because the one kid. He didn't get to be a superhero, so he's a vigilante. He's helping out saving people, but the way he moves, he uses his like mutant power. Basically, he glides. He can like go fast, and everything on walls, ceilings, the floor, and like he's an automobile in a way. He can just zoom fast. That's his ability. He wants to be a superhero, so he dresses up. And but the way he's drawn, the way he's shown gliding, looks like Spider-Man. You can just see it. It's just so great.
Well, that kills a Spider-Man ripoff character I had. Because I actually had a little idea I was thinking about. That's not what I'm going to do next. Well, it depends. I have an idea. I'm trying to develop, and after I write it, don't tell Andrew, but I'll let him take a crack at helping write it. Once I write the first draft, just don't tell him.
That's funny.
That way, it'll still be both of us. But just don't tell him.
Oh, jeez.
I love to mess with that dude. But there's also a couple ideas that Andrew and I specifically have that's a relaunch of something he did years ago. But with
what's that?
It's a thing called Tales from the Cornerstone, and he did 2 graphic novels of this years ago, back in like 2007. And it's basically like a Frankenstein monster, and werewolves and vampires are a police force in this city called Cornerstone, where these type of things live openly in this city, and the rest of the world just doesn't believe it and doesn't acknowledge it.
Hmm.
So there's ghosts, demons, zombies that are all just normal parts of society. So on the police force, the special task force to deal with these things, is the main dude's sort of a Frankenstein type monster. The canine unit dude on the team is a werewolf. The SWAT sniper chick is a vampire. And we're thinking about, relaunching it. Well, we also have another idea of how superheroes work in this universe or in this city. There are superheroes too.
Now, what you're saying about like the whole, monsters horror and stuff, like, Vampire Sniper, without throwing any flack or whatever, because like, John Malin's Graveyard Shift, do you feel like that's taken a little bit of a dig at you where you're like, should I do it? Because
it's so different, and we created it. Well, Andrew created it so long ago. I don't care. It's not the same thing.
Okay, well, at least it's not the same thing. It's good.
It's like NYPD Blue meets Dark Shadows.
Oh, nice.
With like a little bit of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer type thing to it.
So are we talking about original Dark Shadows, or are we talking about like the movie?
Original, which I keep trying to beat Andrew into watching. He's never seen it. I grew up watching it. I was like, dude, it's a soap opera drama, but the stories are all about werewolves, ghosts, witches, and vampires. You combine that with like Hill Street Blues or NYPD Blue, and throw in some superhero style action, because it's a revamp of what he originally did. We're reworking it, retooling it. The other stuff didn't happen. This is a complete reboot of the concept.
That's cool. You can learn a lot from all kinds of different forms of media, like even like soap operas.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch one because it was because I would get off from school, and I had to come, and my parents had a convenience store, so I had to work with my mom. My mom had the TV on, right, that was at work on, strictly for her to watch her soap operas.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're working there, it would be, like whatever was on. 3 o'clock, I get all, home from, school, or get at work, go to the store to work, Guiding Light's on. So I had to sit there and watch Guiding Light. And Guiding Light was actually not bad because they had they had a lot of cool things on there, which was like mafia stuff. They had at one point, actually, one of the women became a superhero and stuff, and they had all this odd stuff that was not being done on, I guess, regular soap operas, because everything was always about the basic stuff: rich people cheating on each other. This was, had that, but a lot more.
Look, no, Eric, I haven't seen Battle Angel Alita.
Oh, I'm going to go see it Saturday.
I might go see it. I don't know, but I might just wait till Andrew buys it on Blu-ray.
Get his Steel collection.
Yeah, I want to see it. I do, because I liked the manga. I have a few of the issues of the Viz release when they did it in issues, and I have the manga, and I have a couple of the much later, like Volume 8 or something like that. I have a couple of those. I love the art. It's fantastic. I loved the anime. I thought it was great. So I want to see it. This page is done. That's Andrew owes me more money.
Nice. I've only read the first book because I had a friend in high school that had the book, so I traded, and we were able to read different mangas from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you have your set, which are cool. My set's more like around like a Mobile Suit Gundam,
Uh-huh.
Dragon Ball, and Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah. I've gotten really picky with anime because back when I first started watching it, there wasn't an anime scene. Like there weren't anime fans really.
Yeah,
The only people that really popularly liked anime were also comic fans. Like the only place around here back then you could really buy anime was at your comic shop mostly. A few of the places like FYE would have some, but the only stuff that made it over here was the stuff on that level
yeah.
of like Akira. That was like the only stuff that really made it over here mostly.
And that's unfortunate because like the only way I got introduced to anime mostly was through like Cartoon Network or something because
Mm-hmm.
they had Toonami
Mm-hmm.
and that ran and that had like a lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah.
That's all I really
Well,
was introduced to until I like looked more into it and found what I could find.
I liked like the first Tenchi Muyo series. I liked
Yes.
the first series and Tenchi Muyo and Love, but those other two, like Tenchi Muyo, they would start building the story, then all of a sudden it would stop and they would show a completely different reboot, and each one got progressively worse. And they started taking out more and more of the action and making it more and more a sitcom. And I was like, this sucks. When there was a little more
Yeah.
action in it and higher quality animation, I was starting to dig it. In that first miniseries, just as it started, that first series, as soon as the story started getting really good, it ended, and then there goes, here's the next episode. It's a complete reboot. And I'm like, what is this? I watched it, and I go, oh, that was okay. Then that ends, and then this third series starts, and it's like, wow, this looks like trash.
Yeah, the first one was regular Tenchi Muyo. They've kind of quote unquote called it Ryoki, but because they went back to it later on and like made more what happened later on. But the second one that followed was Universe, and then the one after that one was Tenchi in Tokyo, which like was involving like demons and stuff. But I really didn't like that one at all.
Yeah,
Universe was okay because it had something. It was kind of weird because they were in space and stuff and doing stuff that made it more enjoyable. Plus, the guy who did the art for Tenchi Universe also worked on like Gundam 0080 War in the Pocket, so I could see a lot of his designs reemerge. So I was like, oh, that looks just like that giant robot or this and this. I'm like, oh man, you can just see it pop out.
yeah. I think that third series is the one I just really hated. I was just like,
It,
this looks. Blah.
it was bad. And then they made a few more. Like they did like an in between, like what's it called, like GSP or GPS or something like that,
I
where
don't know. I never saw that one.
that one was about the neighbor of Tenchi Sena, who's cursed with bad luck, so bad stuff would happen to him, like anything you can think of. Someone who's cursed would, but he's like supposed to be becoming like one of the other ones, because I'm pretty sure you don't remember their names, but it was the police officer. He's becoming a galactic police officer. That one wasn't bad, but my issue with that one was GXP was the characters looked too bland. They didn't look and they didn't pop out. They didn't say we're rememberable. They just looked generic.
Yeah,
Good story, but it was bad, generic drawing. And then finally, they not
anime fans have taken over my chat. It's ours now. You guys have a blast. I'm glad you're here. It's okay. It's okay to like anime. I like some myself. Just don't tell anybody.
yeah. No, but they did one final Tenchi, and this one was basically saying, okay, we're going to do something else that was different. Not like they carried on from the original Tenchi. They did something else that was different. I don't remember the guy's name. He looks like Tenchi. He's not Tenchi. His name was Kinshi. I don't know. Whatever whatever. Blah blah blah. It's something. But what they did some kind of weird thing where it involved giant robots. So they're basically using Gundam or whatever you can think of. Or like just to rip it off so they could use that to bank on something that they basically stabbed to death and let it bleed out. And it was not good. It was actually terrible. And I've tried to rewatch it again. It wasn't great. And then no. There was one more Tenchi that they released that took place years later as he's he's an adult. Now he's a teacher. But the episodes are so short. They're like 5 minutes each. There's like 30 of them, but they're all 5 minutes each. So it's a headache. And it's like, why? It's not bad. It's actually, they're all very entertaining for 5 minutes each, but it's just too short. Why are you doing this?
Dead series. That's why.
It's the second one. There's this other anime that they did that was like a few minutes length, and it was the first season was very funny. The next season, not so much. But it was like basically making fun of Gundam, but it was like it was a guy who was it's the joke about the guy. Like the first episode, they have like 2 episodes in one, and it's like about 5 minutes total. So like the first 2 minutes, he's like the hero, he wants to eat his food, but he doesn't want to eat around everybody else because he's scared to eat around people or whatever. So he takes his lunch on in his basically his Gundam or whatever. He's fighting, but he's hungry, so he wants to dip it in the sauce. He put it in a water bottle, so he pushes it down, and it breaks apart, and now all you can see is the food particles going around. Now, since he's a neat freak, he's like flipping out while the food particles are floating in space while he's trying to fight a battlefield. So it's just like this. It's just stupid, but it's funny stupid, where it's stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't watch that.
The way it's done, the graphics are good. It doesn't look too generic, but it's not bad. I forget what it's called. I've seen it a few times. It's not bad, but
there's one I used to watch when I was a little kid that I can't remember the name of. It was 3 robots that took turns being the head of the giant robot. There was like 3 vehicles, and the robot looked different depending on who was the head.
I don't think I've seen that one.
This was in like the late 70s, early 80s. I'd say maybe early 80s.
It's not Robotech.
No, it was way before Robotech was on. I mean, I'm 43, and I was 5 or 6 when I watched this.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of all the shows that actually got greenlit to America back then.
I can never remember the name of it.
Oh man, I can't think of it either.
It was before Voltron was on the air here in America. It was before Robotech was ever brought over here. People didn't even know what anime was. There was no name for it here in America.
They just called it cartoons, and when they realized it was more.
They're talking about Naruto and Gundam.
Well, Naruto was okay, but I'd rather read the books than watch the series because people talk about how bad Dragon Ball Z was with spacing out episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto was worse.
All screaming for 2 or 3 episodes to power up to throw one punch.
Oh, they just like talked too much. They barely did any action. It felt like the first few minutes of the episode, all they did was just like recap what happened in the previous episode.
Yes,
it was really bad. But if you cut it down, it would have been. It's much more enjoyable. And I have like a ton of Naruto manga, but it's been so long since I've read it. I just have it sitting there.
Yeah, I've never watched it. I've never got into it.
I thought it was cool because of ninjas and stuff, and the idea of how they did stuff was really great. But at the same time, it was just space so bad. Uh, and yeah, I mean, I could talk
Oh,
days for Gundam though.
Bethany wants me to describe it again. It was like three vehicles that would form a giant robot, and the robot changed depending on which one of them took turns being the head. Like the fat guy, I believe, that drove a vehicle, his version of it shot like a bolo off its back. And I think one of them was kind of like a car. One of them was kind of like a plane. I don't remember what the third one was because I was really young. This was very early '80s. Transor Z. I don't think it was Transor Z, but I don't remember what Transor Z was exactly. I wish I could remember it.
Hey, what was the one you might remember this one better than me? Okay, they're kind of like Voltron, but they weren't Voltron,
Mm-hmm.
and their outfits were like those colors, you know, multicolors. There was like one chick, and they it was more like birds ish. You know, they had like the capes like the birds. The helmets were like an eagle shape. I think they piloted like some kind of like jets.
Gatchaman.
Okay.
Attack of the Planets, I believe, is what they called it here in America, but it was Gatchaman.
Yeah, I knew it was like some kind of long, like a sentence,
Yeah.
almost basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in such a long time.
I liked that one too when I was a little kid.
Okay, I got one for you. This one's a Hanna-Barbera one, but it's an action one. It's like in the vein of almost G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Centurions.
Oh yeah. Centurion. I had some of the toys.
They actually made toys with that? Dang, I never got any of those.
Oh yeah, dude. They were expensive, and they were like about the size of like traditional GI Joes, and all their gear snapped on them because they had the holes in their suits, and that's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah, there was like the three guys. There was the one for land, one for air, and one for sea.
Yes,
And yeah,
they wore the helmets and their gear snapped onto their suits, and yeah, dude, they had toys for that.
you know, if they're giving people the rights to make Netflix shows about any cartoon or whatever, give me Centurions, please. Give me that. I won't make it woke. I mean, yeah, we'll add a chick in there. Why not? But it doesn't have to be woke because Voltron on Netflix was really dang good, and they made one of the characters a female, and it was still a good series. Actually, I'm rewatching it again occasionally.
Yeah, I had toys for that. Now I don't
Nice.
think I had. I had the toys until they were on clearance because they were kind of expensive. So the show had probably been canceled by the time I got toys. But yep,
That's
they
pretty
had
cool.
toys for it, man.
I mean, you know, I put it next to that, and also I actually got some of the toys when I was a kid. Was for Ronin Warriors, and those things were
Yeah.
odd because most toys you buy, the joints are made a certain way just to go up and back and forth.
Uh-huh.
These things had springs in them and had like these weird little jagged lines where it could click on to be in one position. So you could rotate them a certain way and put the armor on and everything. I thought that was pretty smart at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe it's not a great idea now, but back then it was actually pretty smart.
Humanoids was the better.
I
don't. That sounds familiar. I just can't picture it right now. But that does ring a bell. Inhumanoids.
No, it's not Inhumans though, but
no. There was a show called Inhumanoids. I just can't picture it, but there was one. was in the 80s, dude. They were everyone was constantly trying to come up with the next GI Joe or Transformers or Ninja Turtles or something.
It's so hard to remember everything because there was so much at the same time. And most series only had like maybe 1 or 2 seasons, or even less. Because
because it was hard, dude. It was highly competitive. Everybody was trying to come up with the next big thing.
And then like once like the early 90s hit, Power Rangers came out, and then there was like so many clones of that. Even though most of that stuff was intertwined in Japan, but it was like, all right, how do we keep making more money and everything? And that's why you had like Beetleborgs and like the VR Troopers, and I don't know, there was like another one I can think of. I just can't think of the name, but there was like so many of those too that popped around at the same time that had that same look. Where it was this old, live action Japanese fighting. Then they cut to like a little bit better camera view, and it's like with these teenage kids.
Dropped off.
Yeah.
I liked Silverhawks back then. I thought I had several of the toys for that.
Silverhawks. I gotta look that up now. I'm trying to think if I can remember it or not.
It was same company as like Thundercats.
Oh, okay.
They were trying to do the same thing. They were trying to recreate Thundercats, but in type of vibe.
Yeah, it does look like that.
But I had some of those, and
it kind of reminds me of the Daft Punk music videos where it's like that whole anime thing.
Oh yeah. The opening sequence to Silverhawks was dope. The animation was really good. It was cool.
Yeah, the whole Thundercat stuff, that was really great as well. Like you said, it was like, the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I loved it.
It's a shame that it didn't really do well enough to keep going and, resolve issues and stuff with the reboot they made a few years back.
That wasn't bad. Back.
Yeah, I had
awesome. I never saw that. That was after me, I think. Like by the time Power Rangers came around, I wasn't paying attention. So all the stuff that was kind of like Power Rangers didn't get me. I was a teenager. Like I read comics, but I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Stuff like Power Rangers. I read comics. I would buy some toys if I thought they were collectible.
Yeah, I grew out of that phase too at some point where it was like I was watching certain stuff, then I gave up on it because it was like, I don't need to watch this anymore. It's not for me. But one thing that still sticks out to my mind is Saban's the one who did Power Rangers and Beetleborgs and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they did it. I don't know why they did it. But they ended up making a live-action TV show for the Ninja Turtles called Ninja Turtles Next Mutation, and this is the one that brought in the 5th turtle, a female turtle, Venus. It was bad.
I never saw it. That is a complete blind spot for me, and I'm happy about that. I have no idea.
It's bad. The cool thing about it is they did make each turtle look unique. They gave them specific special bandanas that, each one of them wore. Like Raph had the regular one, but it looked more jagged. Mikey and Don had like ones that covered like the whole head, and one of them would cover like, the chin. and then like they'd have like an empty dome where you could actually see the top of the dome,
Mhm.
and like Leo had just the one that covered like a bandana that covered at the top of his head as well. And well, they also changed a few things because of Saban, and the problem with the Ninja Turtles before was like in other countries, nunchucks were dubbed too violent, so Mikey sported tonfas instead. You know, like the police staffs
Mhm.
that has that extra, yeah. So he had those instead. Um, it was an interesting thing. It could have been done better, but it was like really cheesy and not that great. I actually rewatched some of it maybe a couple years ago because it's on Netflix right now, and I'm like, oh god, why did I like this as a kid? Oh, I was a kid or young, and I just like the turtles, and all like, oh, it's great. I'm like, it's not great. I'm
Yeah,
like, I feel bad.
it doesn't sound great. It sounds bad.
Yeah, they had a female turtle, and they had to explain it in a certain way. The whole concept was there was five turtles, and when the thing crashed, dropped, the turtles went in the sewer. All of them but the female one, was found by Splinter. She got washed away and was found by somebody else. But she had the ooze, and she was raised in China, so she knows like spiritualism and spiritual powers and all that. It's not the way of, she calls it the way of a shinobi or something, or which is ninja, but she would say things differently. Yeah,
I would hate that show. That show would trigger me.
Well, they did it a certain way, and they said like, "Well, we're not real brothers. We're just farm raised, so none of us are really related." They said that so that way all four brothers could fight for her, basically attraction.
Yeah. Gross.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of weird, but it was for kids, so they didn't do anything more than just playfully friend thing because it was on Fox. And at least Fox back then, they only did so much when it came to quote unquote relationships between, well, at least back then it was just between the two opposite genders, because back then I don't think they were trying to get any likes from any other communities. To be honest.
That show sounds awful. I would have been triggered if I had seen that. I would have been freaking out like. Ugh.
Well, that's kind of how I felt when I saw Michael Bay's version. I was like,
yeah, I haven't seen it. I saw the trailers and I was just like, yeah, no, thank you. I hate you, Michael Bay.
I went to the theater with one of my best friends, and we went and saw it. So I'm like sitting there watching it, and we enjoyed it. But then, like after we like got back and we're hanging out, and we started thinking about and talking about it, then we're like starting to realize that movie wasn't that great. I mean, we were all hyped about it because it was Turtles, but
yeah.
Then after thinking about it, the whole story.
It's kind of like the first time you watch The Phantom Menace. You're all hyped to watch a new Star Wars. Then you think about it, and you're like, I have AIDS now.
Actually, it's not that bad once you watch the new stuff. So you're like,
by comparison, yes, by comparison. But a lot of people are like, oh, Disney's forgetting the old fans, blah blah blah. Here's the truth: Lucas threw us away a long time ago. Because do you want to watch the original trilogy you grew up with? Then break out the VCR.
You're going to have to do better than that, because, like, even with that, my buddy has the original VCR stuff, but his stuff is, like, the redone. Mine were, too. So you watch the original, which is Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. It's going to have on there, Jabba. But Jabba wasn't on there originally in the original version. And Greedo didn't shoot first, and a bunch of other stuff.
You can buy the original versions on VHS without the special edition stuff. But if DVD and later, you can't buy the movies you grew up with. So Lucas threw us away before a long time ago. So,
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Okay, Bethany thinks it's funny that they made a female Ninja Turtle. Yeah. It is kind of okay. Let me explain something here. They did this. This was actually Eastman's choice. Eastman wanted to do this. Laird hated the idea. All right, after this was said and done over and everything, Laird bought Eastman out of the company, and he deleted everything of Venus de Milo, the fifth female Ninja Turtle. He erased everything from the website, and anyone who had worked for him or talked to him, you could never bring up Venus ever. He hated it so much.
oh yeah.
I mean, now he sold it to Viacom. Viacom owns the Turtles now. I don't know if he made an agreement with them or not. I know he has a contract where he can make X amount of issues a year, and he hasn't done it since he sold it to him. I think he's just done and retired. But, I mean, Eastman's now over there on Nickelodeon helping out with, and also with IDW, working on the Turtles again. So Eastman's happy, but we'll have to wait and see if they're ever going to bring the female turtle back again.
Yeah, no thanks. Hey, if anybody wants to see an amazing Ninja Turtle issue, there's a couple of issues of the Mirage series that Michael Zolli did, and they're super dope.
Nice.
There's no talking, and the turtles look like actual turtles on their hind legs, kind of.
I don't have that issue. Dang, I got to get that one.
It was like 2 or 3 issues done by Michael Zolli, and they're gorgeous. They're amazing. Like Splinter looks like a real rat. There's no dialogue really. And you can't really tell the turtles apart because they're not wearing their masks. They're it's like an alternate take on the turtles.
It's an actual.
It's just.
What's up,
Oh,
Cody?
Hey, it's an actual cartoon.
No, it's copies of the. It's a couple of issues of the old Mirage series.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
Is that one during the first version or the fourth version of the Turtles? Because there's 4 versions of the Turtles. There's the original version. When they ended that, they did a short mini-series, which was in color. Then Image did Volume 3.
It's the Mirage
then they went back.
series. It's the Mirage. It's the ongoing Mirage series when it was just in black and white, published by Mirage.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you have to skip 3. Even though that was black and white, that was done by a Image, and you have to skip 2. So it's either 1 or 4 because 1 came out in the original 80s to 90s, and then Laird kept going with the series till he sold it to Viacom, and he was doing the series with a bunch of different artists and stuff as well. So that could have been around Volume 4. I'm guessing. I may be wrong, and that was like during the original first versions.
Hold on.
It depends on what year you have, because like the year you have will actually explain when it came out.
Hey Avery, guess what?
What?
Oh, nice.
I
can't look. My computer's doing some weird stuff, and I don't know what's going on.
I'm not showing anything.
Oh, cool icon.
Oh yeah, that's a John Dillard original. He did it up for me last night. That I was just like, dude. He's like, I'm gonna do you one too, and I'm like, oh, dude. I'm like sitting there going, that's amazing. So, yeah, John Dillard did it, and I was like, that's so freaking cool. Anyways, guess who I had the lovely chat with today / argument / slapping, drugging, knockdown fight.
What? Why is my computer acting?
Stupid Richard Pace again. This time it actually got like heated. It was fun.
What happened?
See, for some reason Richard will talk to me, and that's probably because I didn't know he was a professional, and way before I was Comic Skate, I thought he was just a layman's like me, like us, kind of just some dude with some badass art. And I would comment on his art. Had no idea about his political views. All right. Then, of course, I get involved with Comicsgate. Now I get involved with Comicsgate through minorities, by the way. Through minorities. I learned about it through minorities, friends of mine. And came into Comicsgate, started, liking everything. Just pretty much saying, yeah, okay. And then all of a sudden I started noticing his, anti this, anti that banter. And I asked him about it and he started talking to me. So one day I'm on Avery and Andrew's stream and I'm like, guys, have you ever heard of Richard Pace? And they flip out. They're like, yeah, he stabbed Ethan in the back. He's kind of a piece of crap and blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to take up too much. Just kind of, but, so we're having an actual conversation and I've made several good, just like topical points. And all of a sudden, even he
what?
He resorts to, of course, all the trolls come in, all his fanboys, they all of a sudden start attacking my art. They had to go to my site. I'm not even talking about my art. I'm like just ignoring that. But then he resorts to that same kind of, man, this thing, I'm just pulled it up. It went way after I excluded myself. But he starts going to like 12-year-old grade school, you're a turd head, kind of. It's like, I don't even know. It was like, it brought down my whole day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like,
okay, my pin tab has gone ballistic for some reason.
And I didn't even do the thing I wanted to, which is saying nobody's even mentioned you, Richard Pace. You came out of the blue and with this thing and started attacking Comicsgate because it gets you notice. It gives validity to you. It makes all of a sudden people notice you. It's like, I just got in from building. I'm turning the old kid pool into a pond.
Nice.
Outside to raise some tilapia to eat.
Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Let me give you an idea. It says, bro, I was raised by strong women. Not one of them called themselves feminists. They were too busy winning. And he's like, based on the exchange with you here, they must have done all their winning in something other than raising you. I'm like, bro, it's like it resorted to that. And I kept trying to say, like, I even
can't. Yeah, exactly. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I even said, hey, man, I'm trying to keep this. I can still be a fan of your work, so chill. It's like it just is wild.
No, just unfollow him and let him keep coming at you.
Yeah.
Don't block him. Let him come at you.
Well, this is Facebook, believe it or not. So it's a weird exchange for me to have on Facebook, But it just was a typical rhetoric. He makes fun of. I was on the phone, so he made fun of my spelling and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I loved what I said back to him. I'm like, I'm on my phone editing with talk text, and I'm sorry that I'm not up to your prestige in internet etiquette or whatever I said. It was just like, in other words, who fucking cares? You could understand what I'm saying. And it's like, but funny enough, his post that started it says, I've most Comicsgate blocked. You made a mistake there. I didn't call you on it. Okay, so I guess what he's trying to say is I have blocked most Comicsgate for ages. We haven't even been around for ages, but I get what you're saying. Before there was Comicsgate, I really have to engage with them. Bullshit. You hunt us down. Yet they're still telling lies about me and stalking my social media. Not true. I have not commented. I'm one of the only ones, and I was just asking you a question back in the day, and it was nice and friendly. And I was like, just be careful because some of the people you'll call Nazis are ethnicities of all sexual orient, blah, 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 gender, whatever. And so you know what happened in this when I said that again? They pulled out the cliche cocked and loaded, you know, ready to go reply of, oh, I have black friends, so that I'm not racist, in quotation marks. And I'm like, that is the most idiotic, stupid thing to, when you put me in a position of having to guard. In your comment, you call me right here. You are racist, sexist, homophobic, and bigotry. You're living right. Okay, that's his comment. Hold on. It's not as good as fans liking your work, but when you're defining characteristics of the people who hate you are racism, sexism, homophobia, and bigotry, you're I sent him one thing and it totally rattled his cage. And then I'll leave you with this unless you want to talk about it more. I said, I have to find this because I do not want to blow this, and you can see how much trouble I'm having speaking. And I promised the wife I wasn't going to get online, so I didn't try to quiet them down either. So
okay, I got my pen tab working again. Cool. Sorry.
You know what? There's something to this whole internet battle warrior thing, because I'm pretty good typing too. No,
he's such a putz, dude.
He is, dude. I said, hey, Richard, let me start sending off some of your art to some heavy feminist group that run things. Let's see how fast you have to come guard your art within the shield of Comicsgate. Let's see how fast you have to protect your free speech and right to create art. If they can bring up 10-year-old dirt on Kevin Hart and damage him as well as Ellen DeGeneres, they will do to you. Not comics, I know. Wait.
But what did they do to Ellen DeGeneres?
Bro, she protected Kevin Hart, and they went after him. It's like, she's not the president of gay people. I laughed my ass off that they actually said that. I'm like, you do realize that's from South Park, right? That's kind of a South Park thing. He's not the leader of black people, you know.
I'm like, dude, that pisses me off because I always liked Ellen.
Yeah,
I've had a few things that I disagree about.
Right, but it's disagreement. It's not.
Yeah.
She's a fun lady. She's she's went through a lot and done a lot of stuff. She's actually been there. These people bitching and complaining. They didn't
get real far with her. She's too powerful, but and they pulled it back. But basically, it was the whole Kevin Hart thing. She's like, I know him. I go to dinner with this man. It's not what you say he is. But it's. I want to finish this so I can say what I told him, so he can't one day say I didn't. Is like, by the way, I would never do that. That's my disclaimer. It was just for the purpose of viewpoint. In other words, come to my viewpoint. It's like, you've drawn nude women, you've drawn action women, you've drawn things that they would not allow. You are, in fact, an old white man. It's only a matter of time before you piss off the right person and they blackball you as well. Now, that's what I said verbatim. I just read it. And he says, so you want to threaten me with the fringe of... So I'm done. This is just like... I was like, I didn't threaten to you. You didn't read, or you can't comprehend because you're so mind blocked.
He wants to turn it around.
Yeah.
They always try that, man. They did that to my friend, a buddy who does the Needle Mover Society, Skinny. They were like saying something to him on Twitter because he was like, "Oh, great, the cat covers. I'm not going to get this, Marvel." And someone went after him and stuff, and he was saying that, "Oh, you don't like cats or something." He was like, "I can play the mind games. I'll just like, are you sure you're not diabetic? Are you sure you haven't got this disease or that disease?" He's just like messing with the guy. He's like, I told him, it's like, well, because I know he has a cat, and he's like, you should say, how do you know if I have a cat or not? And he was like, no, that's then it's like playing into him, so you're like getting bothered by him. Then I was like, well, why don't you just say that you love cats? That's why you go order Chinese food. I mean, I'm just like, no. That's not me.
No, something's going on with my pen tab.
Oh no, you got that problem that Donald DeLay gets a lot. Is your drivers not working? Do you have to like update?
No, it's just spazzing out and doing stuff I'm not telling it to do.
When's the last time you've restarted?
The other day, it just started doing it all of a sudden.
Might be a thing.
Yeah, I could restart the stream.
Oh, you gotta? Okay, yeah.
Well, it takes 5 minutes and then the stream ends, right? Or does it kick us off? Or I'm not sure.
And then I don't know if he can, when he comes back in, if it'll still kick. I don't know how that works.
Oh, restart my system and then rejoin the stream.
Yeah.
If you do it in less than 5 minutes, it wouldn't kick us out. I think that's how it works. Sometimes, because it's happened before.
I don't know. I don't know if it would reboot in enough time.
Oh, really?
Bethany has a new avatar. That looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said John Dillon made it for her.
Oh, he did hers too?
Nice. Yeah.
What is John? He's gonna do everybody's avatar. Well, look at mine. Look how beast mine is. I was like, dude. And he was like getting detailed. He was like, "Do you have freckles?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't like my freckles. Or I don't mind my freckles. It's not as bad as that." He's like, "Who says freckles is bad? Just tell me, do you have freckles?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got freckles." He's like, "Are you bald? Do you have hair?" He wanted the detail down right. You got it too.
He made it very Simpsons-like.
So I think, yeah, he was thinking of that guy. He even said his name, and I can't remember.
I can't think of his name. Like,
guy. But that made me worried that he was going to make it just totally that. And even though it's similar to that, it's not that. You know what I mean? I like it.
How's it working now?
It's not right. There's something wrong. Here's the Zoli Ninja Turtles. It was written by Neil Gaiman, and it was a part of the old Ninja, the Eastman and Laird.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Oh, I've seen those. That's the first version.
That's what I thought you was talking about. Yeah.
What the heck? I see my stuff's acting crazy.
I can see all your porn.
I don't have porn. There's no porn on here. See, I don't know what's going on. This is weird. I've got a theory.
It's the SJWs. They're hacking. They're hacking you. You're being hacked.
I have had someone in my computer before.
Really? Dang.
You think there's somebody in your computer now?
The sharing's not turned on. I don't know how they could get in.
Oh, they can do it.
Yeah.
It could be Robbie Rodriguez. He's sending you a picture.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to reboot my computer and see if I can get back in time.
All right.
Right.
So if I don't, I will restart the stream and re-invite everybody. So
cool.
Chat, hopefully I'll be back.
I'm going to keep PS company, but I'll probably drop out eventually because I want to spend some time with the fams.
Yeah, I'm going to hit restart.
All right.
Yeah, I think I might get dinner, actually.
By the way, Commodore called you out. He says your porn is on the other computer. I think he went. Did he went? He went. No, he didn't. He muted. He's probably in limbo right now, hearing everything we say.
It's either that or that's how it is sometimes when you jump out. We'll have to wait and see in like 5 minutes. Oh, well. It happens. So, have you been working on stuff lately, Arthur?
I have.
Kodiak?
I have.
Nice.
It's trying to figure out how to panel this story of mine. And a lot of things I'm trying to do is like I have camera shots in my head, but I can't get them out, you know what I mean? Onto the page. And whereas, I can draw a pinup fine, but not something great, not something, I'm a mediocre artist. But what I'm hoping to be is one of those people who might be a mediocre artists, but when they're telling a story, they're pretty dope. You know what I mean? When they're drawing sequentials, they're pretty good. And maybe get a, if I can find the book real quick. Pretty much hoping. Well, am I sharing? I'm not sharing.
No.
There we go. You pretty much hoping. I don't want nothing big. I know this fan base that we have are all art driven. But I don't feel like that means they necessarily want every panel to be popping out with superhero poses, you know?
Avery left.
Yep.
So we got 5 minutes from here.
Gotcha. One time somebody left, I think it was Manny or something, and we stayed for a while. See, look at this. This is simple, but it's good.
If it's off air, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've learned. But yeah, these look really cool.
Yeah, that's Andrew actually turned me on to this book called Scout. This is book 2 of it. But there's just something not overly aggressive about it, but it looks easy, but it's not easy. But that's the kind of story. I just want something that the art pulls you in and you're like, okay, that's good art, but it doesn't distract you from the story.
Yeah.
Like this book I feel has both, you know? I was like almost there. I was like, when did a monster, because this is just a straight cop story, if you will. There's no monsters, there's no superheroes. So I want to tell that kind of story, but with monsters, no superheroes. So
yeah, I feel yeah.
So I'm having to teach myself as I go, and because it's not so much, and I have to be careful how it's not so much that I feel like the people deserve better art, because sometimes the people don't know what they want. Sometimes I've read a book and I hated the art, and because the story was good, I started liking the art, i.e. Walking Dead. Okay. And that inspired me enough to want and desire to find the art that my story deserves, not the art that my customer deserves. Because if I find the art that my story deserves, then that's the story that my customers deserve. My story deserves, not the art that my. Hey, Andrew.
Hey guys.
We might get kicked in about 3 minutes.
Where's Avery?
He had to restart.
Yeah.
This thing's been going on for an hour and a half.
We're having fun.
And my phone just dinged and let me know what was going on, so that sucks.
I just came on to tell Avery that I got in a bitter Facebook battle with Richard Pace today.
Oh, geez. Why are you wasting your time?
I don't know. Why?
Oh, hey, Avery's back.
Yay!
Yep.
Hey, Avery.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. How's it going?
I'm wondering if I should do like Ethan do and make a video out of it and give myself some content, since it was so grade school, the type of stuff they came back, and I kept trying to be on the level, like, no, let's talk this out. Let's figure this out, because there's one thing I know I'm not racist. I'm not, what did he say? All those things he said. But all the typical stuff they say. I know I'm not those things. So let's find out why you believe all these things, or you want so badly to believe them. Why do you want so badly to believe them just when you just disagree with me?
He wants work.
Yeah, exactly. 1000%. And that's why I called him on it. I was like, as soon as they start, just as soon as the right.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah.
What did I do?
As soon as
Kodiak.
as soon as the right feminist finds his work, he's gonna be shit. They're gonna get him. They're gonna tear into him.
And my pen tab's still doing the crazy stuff.
I'm just trying to do my part of separating the art from the artist, and I'll leave it at that.
I muted you till you get whatever that noise is situated.
Yeah, I just dropped my camera. That's all.
Yeah, I gotta Somebody's messing with silverware, so I gotta mute myself.
Yeah, my pen tab is still not responding correctly. I don't know what's going on.
No.
I told him he's being hacked.
It's not responding or doing things that I don't want it to do at all. Like other buttons are being pressed at the same time that they're not being pressed.
Disconnect your keyboard and see if it keeps happening. And then
Keyboard.
do you have a keyboard?
Yeah.
Disconnect your keyboard and see if it keeps happening. Maybe your keyboard has a depressed or dust or something that's making it hold a button down type thing, for lack of better explanation. Just unplug your keyboard and see if it still happens. And then if that's not the problem, if you have a mouse, test the mouse. See if it's another hardware issue where it keeps reading that hardware.
No. That's not it.
Sequential heart is hard, Bethany. It's just another thing I can't do real well is draw small. You know, I can't draw small. Not only that, I can't intend for something to be in an area. I always seem making it larger or smaller than I intend for it to go. And since with pinup, you're just going for something that looks intriguing, you don't really have to obey scale. Groundskeeper Willie. Why was he saying another name? Thank you, Commodore.
All right. So what was your beef with Richard Pace, or what did he bring up?
He, basically, I've muted Comicsgate. I don't look for them. They harass me, which is bullshit. But I mean, I guess Comicsgate isn't one individual. It's a whole bunch of people with different opinions, and we don't all agree. We just agree to disagree. We do agree that shouldn't be a penalty for whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Again, separate the art from the artist.
What the?
And I can agree with that. I hang out with a bunch of people, and I can tell you straight up, there are people that do not agree with everybody else in here. And I've had, Andrew on my show, and when we were doing it, the wrestling show, and I'm pretty sure everyone in that show would disagree about other stuff if we were talking about it off channel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter,
Right.
We're all here for comic books and to have fun.
I mean, you could sit there and tell me John Cena is the best wrestler of all time, and you'd be wrong. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just threw off the first wrestler that I knew people would argue about.
Hey, I know who that guy is.
Yeah, exactly.
He was in the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, he sure was.
I think I'd know just a little bit more than Andrew does about wrestling. Just a tiny bit. Basically, I'm looking at it now just because you asked. He says, I've got most Comicsgate blocked for ages. I rarely have to engage with them. Yet they're still telling lies about me and stalking my social media. It's not as good as fans liking your work, but when the defining characteristics of the people who hate you are racism, sexism, homophobia, and bigotry.
You should ask him, does that mean you have fulfilled your Kickstarter campaign, or you haven't?
I mean, see, I didn't want to go off topic like they were. Like, one guy trashed my art. He went to my site to look at my mediocre art. And that doesn't faze me because I'm not a pro. I know my art is lackluster. But what I said to that dude is like, that's the true sign of a bully. You have nothing to say. You have nothing. So you went and found a cut down. Because
since this is Avery's channel and we're allowed to curse, we are Kodiak's friends, which means we are the only ones allowed to pick on him mercilessly. So if you find out somebody's picking on your art, you tell us who they are, and we'll go beat the crap out of them.
I just thought it was weird. If you said, hey, dude, if you just wrote my Instagram and said, dude, I'm not into your art. I think you need to work on it. It's really bad.
That's when you tell them, well, tell me something I didn't already know,
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, oh, well, thank you for your honesty. Kind of mentality. It might hit me, but it might do better for me on the long run. Who knows? That's not what was happening. We were on topic. And because this guy, every time he would come up into and butt into, obviously kissing Richard Pace's ass, I would like freaking just one, Joe Tate, true sign of a bully. That's one of the things I said, and your arguments and viewparts are as well composed and originally sound as your artwork, is what he said. And I'm like, I could see if I was attacking Richard Pace's artwork and just like abusing him, but which he accuses us of doing is abuse, but that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, you got to remember, one of the hallmarks of the SJWs, they cannot take criticism. They are just not built for it. They don't know how to do it. And I agree with Commodore. He says, yeah, he'll beat him with a wrench.
Don't say that, because it can be, someone will take it the wrong way.
As a moderator, that's what
I know that's what he meant, but don't say anything about beating anyone up.
Here's how
because some wacko can take that.
Yeah, that's
context exactly for how it was meant. So Andrew, don't say that crap.
Commodore, you're going to get me in trouble, man.
Don't say things like that.
I appreciate their help to try to levity, because I was trying to keep it mature earlier.
That's how it was meant.
But he said, Richard Pace goes, in quotation marks, I used to be a liberal, then I took feminist arrow to the knee. And I wrote, bro, I was raised by strong women. Not one of them called themselves a feminist. They were too busy winning. And he writes back, based on the exchange with you here, they must have been doing all their winning on something other than raising you.
He personally insults you.
And I had never attacked him. I had never attacked anything but his view of calling us racist.
Well.
Yeah. And I was just like, I kind of was wondering to myself if at a point, if I'm going, this would actually make a good video. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know if it's interesting enough. I just want to make.
No, it's pretty good.
It did turn into an interesting thing, and I told him at the end, I'm like, I'm not gonna block you. I hope one day, this is my sign out, and I didn't read all this other stuff that, eventually somebody. I was looking for the popcorn thing, but even that I felt was different than what I was trying to do, which was having a mature conversation. But somebody eventually put a popcorn meme of. It wasn't the Michael Jackson one; it's the other one of somebody eating popcorn. Hey, this is getting interesting. You know what I mean, kind of thing.
Oh, that means he'll block you.
No, that's some other dude.
No. Richard Pace will block you if he thinks you're going to turn it into entertainment.
He said, I did address that other guy. I was like, you actually had to comb through my stuff to find cut downs. When I stayed on this feed and tried to have a conversation, I don't know you, and I'm not going to click on your name to find ammunition. That's something schoolyard bullies would do. I ended it. All right, Richard, you have a great day, bud. And he probably found that sarcastic. I just did that a lot. When I went back and read it, I'm like, oh, that looks sarcastic. I didn't mean it sarcastic, but there you go. I hope one day we can find common ground. I do hope this stuff, I believe one of the things that should be within the entire right is redemption, or not right, just anybody who's not left. The idea that pop culture has right now that if you did something 10 years ago, you should be buried, and there's no such thing as redemption, is totally apocalyptically devastating.
Hey, do you guys want to see something kind of cool?
Yes, no, please take me off of this.
No, it's a stupid Lego.
No, it's not. Look. Check this out. Look at that seam.
Ooh, nice.
That's not a bad seam, is it? It's my first hand sewed scene.
Is that
for
your
my
pussy
puppet.
hat?
No, he's becoming Leatherface.
It's
2 for 2.
it's the fleece
What
covering for my puppet.
Andrew, show it.
Show it one more time.
It's pink, yes, but this is the first like hand sewn.
That's not cool.
Oh,
What?
it's gonna be, but you know it's gonna be cool. You know he's getting in there. We're just giving you a hard time.
It's the
See?
This
How
is the
dare
front-
you choose the race for that puppet and not let him choose himself his own race?
I told you guys this was going to be a girl puppet. The first one was a girl. And this is
Oh,
this
you
is-
chose the gender too. Dang, you're just 2 for 2.
Her name is Samantha Smirk, and I love her.
that got weird real
She's-
quick there.
I love her. Oh, I need to clean her too.
She's my ideal woman. She only talks when I tell her to.
Oh shit! Oh god! Oh.
Guys,
You know,
I gotta just check me over my shoulder, make sure my wife's not standing in the kitchen anymore.
I think I might know what might be wrong with my Wacom.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm taking my camera off. 'Cause I'm going back to sewing.
Part of the tip is missing. The cap that goes over the tip, the screw-on part, is missing,
Oh, ouch!
and I have no idea where it is, and I can't look for it while I'm on stream.
What
Is it-
type of pen do you have? Because I just bought the new pen and it came with
I have it in two,
replacement.
I have it in
Replacement
two.
nibs.
Yeah, it came with replacement things. So
Just the screw-on part is missing. The cap that goes over the tip comes.
Just the tip is missing. Just the tip.
I have
Ow.
it. I have it in 2Os. I don't know where the box is to tell you which one.
mm.
Hold on.
All right, my brothers, I love you. I just wanted to pop in and make you guys make me feel better.
You're leaving us now?
I'm leaving you.
I don't
I'm
like you
leaving you
anymore.
forever. You
I
just
don't
don't
like
like
it. You
me.
keep leaving us, man.
I'm leaving you. Did you see my new avatar that John
No.
Dillard made?
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Isn't it? He's
That
just
is
like
so sweet.
he's just like, dude, I'm gonna make you one too. He made Bethany in the chat. He made hers. He made a lot of people's.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's very
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah,
He
it
sat there
looks
and-
good.
He sat there and drew it on stream, so that was fun. That was real cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Love it. I'm
It's
hoping
the 2Os Pro medium.
Okay, that's what I have. So your pen is the one that has does it have Wacom written at the bottom of it?
Yes.
And you said
Show
it's
your
the,
pen.
You said it's the screw-on part?
Yeah, there's a cap that goes over it.
Yeah,
I'm
this,
seeing
this
seeing
piece-
threads. Yes, that's missing.
that's the piece that's okay. That's not the piece that I replaced. I have replacements for that piece, for the actual nib.
Yeah, but where's your older pen?
Oh
Or-
shit! Yeah, I still do have the
Bought
older
a whole
pen.
new print. I probably do need a new nib.
Ta-da! 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 Ta-da!
Yeah, that's the
I
piece.
have one. Ha, ha, ha. Okay,
That's
cool.
the piece I need.
Now,
All
how
right.
far apart do y'all live?
10 minutes.
Nice.
Yabba dabba doo.
Yeah, I was at his house today and he wasn't home, and so I sat outside and I kind of just stalked him,
No,
but he
you
wasn't home. Yeah, I did.
won't. When?
I told you when I was coming home from lunch. I was going back. I swung by and you weren't there, so I just kept going.
I told you to wait.
I know, but I got that after I was there.
Well, it's not
I
my
don't-
fault. You don't pay attention.
It's
I
not.
was out running errands, man.
Oh, okay. Well, no. I told you it was no big deal, but I just wanted to make it seem creepy that I went by your house.
Yeah, we live like 10 minutes apart.
Yeah. Yeah, he had an opportunity to buy a house on the other side of town. He said, "No, I need to stay close to Andrew."
Yeah, that's
And I
not.
said, "Okay, that's fine."
So,
Yeah.
about how fast does us smaller guys would you say is kind of pretty comfortable to move on a Indiegogo? Because this is what half a week, and it's at 3,400 of a $10,000 fixed goal.
Oh, just
It's
back
in
it when,
there.
Back if you want to know when to back it?
No. I'm wanting to know. I'm more worried of rooting for it to go. Yeah, my income tax still hasn't come in. It's officially late today. I'm pissed. I don't even want to talk about that.
Back it when you can back it. I haven't yet. I want to.
No, I wanted to back it the day it launched. That's not the thing.
I did.
Yeah,
I'll
back it as soon as I have money. But what I'm saying is, how fast should it says it's 34% of the goal in a week's time. How good is that? Because I'm so used to the pros.
That's for the small guys. That's amazing.
But it is.
Yeah. They're probably going to make it.
Yeah, they're going to make it. They got 60 days. They got 60 days, man. They're probably going to make it. Yeah,
they're going to make it. Fantastic. I hope I get to back it. I don't know. Too many bills, not enough money.
Yeah, I understand.
They got a lot of great guys working on this.
I mean,
not just Ethan and John Malin.
Todd
and I think
Rooney.
Well,
there's a couple of the bigger guys I haven't backed their projects, and it's not because I don't want to.
Manny,
I just ain't got the money.
If you haven't got your free work by Cat R, make sure you guys do that.
What now?
What?
Look on my screen right here. If you go to the John Dillard Tales from Beyond the Gate, there's a free story called Valen's Time. It's by Cat R. She's an upcoming. She was on the Pro Edition last night. She was the fan winner from last week.
Oh, excellent!
Yes, so she's got a free story that you can download from Dropbox. So make sure.
Oh, yeah, Cat's awesome.
Yeah, she's good people.
That's very, very.
Her
good.
and Deanna are really great. You know that goes to show you that there are great artists in Comicsgate or whatever you want to call it, adjacent to whatever, that are here that are females. You know, we have like quite a few. Another one's Nerd Wonder, and she's pretty good too. Some people, you know, whatever. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I like that thing she did like a few months back when she was on the Pro Edition and she joined. She did Boba Fett. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, I backed Valen's book at the level to get the ash can by her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
That's the reason I backed it. Because I was like, oh, Nerd Wonder's doing it? Because Nerd Wonder is the first person in our group I ever heard say, maybe we do need a Comicsgate. I was listening to it. I forgot. I can't remember whose stream it was exactly, but it was her and like Web and some other people. And
it was probably her, Web, and probably England Team or something.
Yeah, probably. Because I used to watch England Team back then.
Yeah. I haven't seen him post anymore.
Oh, he's still... I just...
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to listen to his streams a lot back then.
I want Comicsgate to evolve past the name, though. I really do. And right now it's too soon, and everybody kind of gets antsy when they say that. I was even thinking, you know, like Comics Escape, or I don't know. It's just something that
we won't use it. There'll come a time when we won't use the name, and it'll happen naturally.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, I like I said, I've got to meet people from all around the world. There's somebody I would not dox, but he basically has, you know, there's that I know of at least 3 gay members of Comicsgate, so that's not an issue. There's women creators, that's not an issue. So what's the issues? Everything you just said, Richard Pace, everything you just said to me, I knew was false before I even called myself Comicsgate. I knew these people was not these things. I was introduced by these people into Comicsgate. Matter of fact, isn't a couple of the people Jewish? I know Mike's Christian, but Mike's wife is Jewish, right? Right. So where's the Nazism? You know, and all bigotry means, Richard Pace. All bigotry means is that you're set in your ways and you refuse to listen. So that makes you, by definition, a bigot.
Yeah, I told you he would turn on you, man.
Oh, he wasn't never with me. That's just it. That's why everybody's like, why are you talking to him? I was just like, I'm having a conversation with some dude. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't have a comic book by him. I thought he was on our, you know, street level.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, he's been in the business for a while.
Yeah. and he hates us.
Yeah. I think he's secretly in love with Ethan, and when Ethan left, he has to.
No,
No, you know.
he's one of the people that's been telling people Ethan's personal business from his divorce, which is messed up, dude.
Commodore says comics matter with your boy Zach.
Yo, I miss the diversity in comics name.
Comics Matter is even more though striking. It's even more controversial. Everybody was like, "Why did he change his name?" And I agree. I get the nostalgia with the original name, but he did change it to a more controversial name. So that's what's weird.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
He
naming a
stayed
channel
weird
after
to you,
yourself.
Andrew, because it's true love. I believe this. I do. It's a bromance. Definitely is. He puts the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again. Says
Puts the lotion on its skin and does it as told, or else it gets the hose again.
Do you guys have any idea how many times that's been said to me? I hear it all the freaking time.
Somebody wants to wear you.
Or you just put the lotion on your damn skin, I'd let you out of the hole.
I know.
I
like him soft and supple.
And
you wild horses.
You know, I picked Pink for this first puppet. And I don't think I realized how really
you're failing.
Really sexist this, really misogynist this is,
Real men wear pink, even the fabulous ones.
I don't own anything pink, you know that?
It looks like Commodore is saying something profound, and I was reading the last end of it, so I need to say.
I wonder if that's what messed up my pen. Is that part of the nib came off? I bet that's it.
So you think this SJW nonsense will end when there's a lot more? What is that word? Tortious
interference suits, stuff like. No, they won't.
I want that. All that.
Yeah, I want it too, but I don't think that'll stop them because they can't control themselves. The type of people that will come after you and hound you and hound you and hound you.
Oh no! They'll just hide behind the very law they're attacking now, which is freedom of speech.
Do you feel like it's happening because people are so desensitized because of social media and the internet, or is this more because of people have always been this way? And they weren't able to voice their concerns before. Is it created by social media, or it's been enhanced because it could have been a long time ago?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Does anybody else think social media is one of the most horrible things we did to our culture?
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Is that a cross?
Yes, it is.
Cross.
Yeah. Hey, Rick.
What's up, Rick?
Not much.
And the thing is we've all been guilty of all of it too. It's like that thing where you're driving down the road and you see some idiot do something stupid. And you're like, you freaking idiot. It's rush hour. So 5 minutes down the road, you do something exact like it to somebody else. And you're like, oh, fuck, I just did that. Meanwhile, in that car, that dude's like, that stupid idiot, and that's basically what I've been guilty of, saying stupid things online. But the thing is it stays online and you're now defined forever by it. That's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's so stupid. It makes your IQ lower just thinking about it.
And some people need to learn how to take a joke.
Yes.
Yeah. The stupid thing is people can't realize, something was 2, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
Come on, get a brain. People change over time. Their beliefs change.
I literally say something, hear it out in the mythos. I hear it and go, I don't think that way. No, I just heard it. I can literally change my mind about a thing that fast. So if I can change that fast, what I did 10 years ago that I may have worked towards bettering myself. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Cross.
no problem. You're just making my point.
What you working on, Cross?
Oh, nothing at the moment. I gotta redo my camera. I took down my one thing on Saturday. My one gooseneck. Left it somewhere and been using a different one all week, and I went and got where I left it from. Got my good gooseneck. So.
You see what Andrew's doing?
Am I the only one here working?
I can't work because my pen's going crazy.
Andrew's making Andrew's making a pussy hat.
I was trying to finish these 2 pages tonight. I got one.
Take that back, Kodiak.
He's got a needle. He's got a needle, and he's not afraid to use it.
Right here, I thought he was making doll clothes.
Oh, he's not. He's making doll skin.
Dude,
sorry, I meant puppet.
Hey, is that fabric made out of SJW tears?
I don't think it'd be so bad if it wasn't pink.
Yeah, well,
skin pink.
See, I was going to pick either a light blue or a light green, and all they had was a dark green and dark blue. So I went with this color, which was, I think this is pearl, is what it said it was. The color was pearl. There was a pink. There was a darker pink, but I didn't want to go darker.
It looks like salmon to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got myself another couple colored Copic markers today.
Oh, nice.
More skin tone type ones. So
I bet those broke the bank. I hate how expensive those things are.
Actually, they weren't too expensive. These were $6.40 plus tax each. They're the cheapo, not cheapo. How do you pronounce it? The Sisio or Sio ones. So they're the cheaper of the two. So the two types of things. And
Kodiak, in case you're not aware, I don't know if you make it over to this side of town, but do you know where Ready Arts is?
Mm-mm.
It's over off of. Damn it, Avery, where's it off of? What's the name of the road that it's off of?
He's muted.
Oh.
Hey, I just came back and I stepped away. What kind of Copics were those, Chows?
Yeah, Chows.
Okay, cool.
An E000 and an E00.
How much did they end up costing you?
They were $6.40 plus taxes. I also got myself a new kneaded eraser plus a new Japanese
Hey, Tara. Oh crap!
pen that I had got one of these ones before, but it ran out of ink just recently, so I got a new one, and that was only like $4.25.
What brand is that? I've never seen that one.
Can you see that? Maybe.
Kodiak, Ready Arts here in town, which is like one of the better art stores.
Mm-hmm.
They have Copic markers for $7.99, but they have them on sale for $5.20 something a piece, and they've been running that sale for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's. I asked them one time when the sale was over, and they said they sell well, so they're just going to keep it at that price.
Nice.
But they also sell the individual pen refills too.
Yeah.
So if there's a gray tone that you like, you can buy the refills.
Yeah, the place where I'm getting them, they sell the refills too, and it works for the Sketch or the Siso or however you want to pronounce that. The Sketch ones are like $8 and change. So
yeah, places like Michael's and Hobby Lobby, they don't sell the refills. So
all right, testing 1 2 3. I just want to get my thing to pop up so I can show my wife. Bigger. Come on, get it bigger. Get bigger.
Okay. That just doesn't sound right.
Are you talking about me again?
Especially with things popping up there, Kodiak.
All right, guys.
Boy.
She looked at me like, what the hell?
I don't know if you guys can see this, but I've got 3 of the seams sewn so far. But
dang, Andrew.
yeah, then you got the long seam in the back, and then you got the seam for the mouth, and then this part down here doesn't get sewed because that's where your hand goes through.
So it's,
How am I
Yeah.
gonna? What can I do to that honestly helps? Like with this.
What?
What can I do that honestly helps with this production? Like,
For our puppets?
yeah, I mean,
Oh, I tell you what.
whole production.
You know what? I tell you what, Kodiak. Just because you're such a pain in my ass, I'm going to make a Kodiak puppet.
Yes.
This is infuriating.
Hey, I gotta step aside, guys. Hold on.
What's going on, Avery? Is it still issues?
Yeah, I can't find that piece of the pin, the pin, and I can't. And it's messing up the thing. I got work to do, and I can't do it.
did you try? Is this with like a tablet or?
It's a piece of a Wacom, the pin.
Maybe unplug it, plug it in, or reinstall the drivers.
No,
A piece is missing.
a piece is missing,
A physical piece of the pen is missing.
and it just dropped out. Just
Yeah, and I don't know where. Or
Okay, that's weird. What physical piece?
it's a cap that goes around the tip.
Okay, that's weird.
It screws on and off, and I have no idea where it could have gone.
you're gonna have to drive over to Avery's and get it.
See you in 20.
Yeah, it's freaking insane. Like, where the hell did that go? And when did it fall off?
Well, when was the last time you used your tablet with it on?
Just a few minutes ago.
So it's got to be around where you are somewhere. Just
Yeah, it's too dark.
yeah.
It's too dark. You can't see.
Yeah, well, I guess tomorrow in the light, you're gonna have to tear everything apart.
Yeah, because I don't have a lot of lights set up in here. Because my drawing tables aren't set up. I can't set those up till after next week.
Is there any way you can bring lamps in or whatever? Just plug them.
There's no lamps to bring in.
You don't have a flashlight app on your phone?
Not that I can use right now. Because I
Oh.
use my phone for chat.
Yeah. Well, like I said, either after you're done here or tomorrow, you're just gonna have to go through it
All
through
right,
the
guys.
area.
Oh,
All right,
bring back forums. Oh, no comment.
No comment. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
seen that. Yeah.
no bringing back forums, because that's where the SJWs got their power.
Yeah.
And-
And Reddit and all that is still a thing, so I guess.
Yeah,
Ugh.
like this is where they got their stranglehold they have now.
Yeah.
The forum days.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go watch the second episode of Umbrella
All right.
Academy.
All right, later,
Cool.
man.
With the fam. Love you guys. Uncanny
Later,
Kodiak
Cody.
signing out.
Catch you later, guys. Catch you later, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it quits too, because this is driving me nuts, man. This isn't fun.
I can believe it.
That sucks.
And
dude.
you've been on about 2 hours too, I'd say, since that's when the link was given to me.
Yeah, that's when I posted the link.
Man,
I wanted to finish these 2 pages on stream, and I can't do anything.
I hate you guys. I just want you to know that.
All right.
Love you too.
Well, no, I went and showed my sewing to my wife to show her how far I was coming along. And I said, yeah, the guys are making fun of me. They asked me if I was doing a pussy hat. She looked at me like, what are you talking about? I said, like the protesters. She's like, I still don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh.
Now you just need to look it up on YouTube and show her.
I told her I would. I told her I'd explain it to her later, but she had no idea what I was talking about. It was
That's
just
funny.
sad.
Ask her if she's ever seen Bob's Burgers. The little girl.
I don't think she's ever seen Bob's Burgers.
No, yeah, she wouldn't have any clue about that, man.
Oh. I
Yeah.
picked something obvious, like everybody watches that show. I'm like, I used
Yeah.
to, but it was like,
All you have to do is go on YouTube, look up pussy hats, and you'll find a whole bunch of stuff with SJW.
Oh yeah, just crazy cringe, dude.
Gonna find a picture of Kodiak wearing a hat, pink
Wearing,
hat.
wearing a pussy hat.
why don't you just draw him wearing one of those hats? And it's like, hey, I got you a new avatar, better than John Dillard's.
No, I want you.
No offense meant to Dillard.
I want you all to know that if this turns out as well as I think it maybe will, because in the back of my head I'm a genius, in the back of my mind I'm a genius. But if this turns out as well and is as fun as I think it's going to be, there are a lot more puppets coming down the line.
Cool. Oh, I was going to say, Andrew and Avery, if you want to come on the art stream, to try and auction off your stuff, I've put it back to 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay. On Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. How long do you usually go for with that, by the way?
The first time I went like about 40 minutes. Last time it was just over an hour.
Oh, okay.
As the more people we get selling, the more people we get bidding. It might go a little longer, but we can, say you only want to stay on an hour, to sell your stuff. We can, accommodate you guys by letting you guys go first and stuff like that.
Well, I told you my only issue is, I have to, spend some time with the wife watching The Walking Dead. So
yeah,
but that's on at 9. So
yeah, so we can make sure you're done by then. It might only last an hour. I'm not like. Right now, it's hard getting getting two things: the artists for people to sell and the buyers.
Yeah.
Only everything.
The only hard part is everything.
The only hard part is all of it. But after that, smooth sailing.
Well, I think now that I put it back to 7 o'clock on Sunday, I think it's going to be easier to get the artists. Mm-hmm. Now it's just getting well known to, for enough buyers to come in, people wanting to buy.
Yeah, I'll put some stuff up.
What's the biggest sale you guys had there?
What was that, Melter?
What's the biggest sale you had there?
On mine, the biggest has just been $25. Oh. And that was JP. He bought something for John. He bought my Last Judge that I did, which was John's character, bought it for him.
Nice.
And Miss Gaming the System bought my Jasmine,
nice, which
was $20, and that's all US. The biggest thing I've sold so far was my, and that was on Mike's, and that was my not Lone Star, Salamandroid, and I'm not sure whether you want to say I got $100 or 75. He voted. His bid was 75, but he ended up giving me 100. So
nice,
very nice, very nice,
nice.
Yeah, the only issue I have with Sunday night, actually, I thought about it. We usually go to dinner at my parents' house at 6. So but we haven't done it in like 4 weeks, so I'm not sure if they're doing it this week or not. But if they do, I may be a little late, but I'll
that's all right too.
I'll definitely join. I just gotta see if I can find some work I'm willing to sell. Sure, I've got something.
If it's it can be pinups, pages. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I have some original Avery art I'd be willing to get rid of, but stuff just taking up space in my house. Actually, no. I have maybe 3 pieces of Avery original art, and I won't sell any of it. So
yeah, or it could be like stuff that you've done too yourself. You're a good artist, so you can sell some of your pinup stuff.
That's what he would bring. That.
Yeah.
He's just joking. He just wants to show old artwork to piss me off.
That's right. Oh, I didn't even think about the old stuff. I was thinking about, the pieces in my collection. Like I have a Ricky 16 by you. Actually, I have 2 of them.
Yeah, that suck too.
Those are some of my favorite pieces from you.
Yeah, they suck too.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the high school stuff, but damn, if you want me to, I can pull that out.
I will beat you.
Trust me, you guys would be impressed with some of his high school stuff. You would laugh at mine, but you'd be impressed with Avery's. Because he had a style back then that was pretty cool. And, I mean, granted, his stuff is 175,000% better nowadays. He was still very cool back then. But
I will beat you.
I'll wait till you're dead, then I'll show everybody.
I will come back from the dead and beat you.
Hey, listen. Like I said the Sunday, what's his name? Clyde never killed Bonnie, so just remember that.
Wait, what?
Well, they both died together. They died together.
I never said I was going to kill you.
Yeah, well, I reminded you, you shouldn't shoot me because Clyde never shot Bonnie.
They were killed together.
What are you babbling about? Oh my God, you're insane.
He's saying you're Bonnie and Clyde, and that you're Bonnie, I think.
No, I'm Bonnie. He's Clyde.
Well,
So I'm not sure whether he's insulting you by calling you Clyde or not.
I'm still horrified by this.
Or whether he's just insulting himself by saying that he's Bonnie, and a woman.
No. The whole idea is that we're a team. And
can you pick a team that didn't die together?
Yeah.
Batman and Robin?
yeah, I'd definitely be his Robin.
And with that note, I'm going to head out, guys. I'm going to make some dinner and head to bed in a little bit.
All right. Later. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it.
Take it easy, man.
Ooh, nice.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I can have these for the dogs.
Ooh, nice Venom Red Rooster.
Yeah.
Have you got those in print or in
No, those are originals.
These are originals, man.
Those are originals, man.
Like, I mean, on like traditional, or are they print or?
Yep. Nope.
They're traditional. They're all
Okay. Okay, so you've scanned them in, obviously.
Yes.
I like the Red Rooster.
Yeah.
Well, I like the Venom too. Although the Venom doesn't seem wide enough in the shoulder. Well, the shoulders seem, but coming up, I don't know. Venom just seems to be very muscular in the chest area.
His shoulder width is here to here.
Yeah.
To here, that shoulder's going forward.
Yeah. I guess you can't really see what I'm doing, but I guess I was thinking, it would come, not his, I guess his chest area would come over a little bit more to out of the sides, Usually with what you see with Venom anyways. I'm not sure whether I'm explaining it right or not. Probably not.
That's Avery's version of Venom. He can do it any way he wants.
Yeah, that's true too. It's a great Venom, and anybody who gets it would not be shortchanged in the least.
Oh no, Avery, is that a 9x12?
It's 11x14.
Oh, even better. Nice.
Yeah, this is 11x14, and Red Rooster's 11x17.
Cool.
I've also got some sketch cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pen tab is acting crazy.
All right, check this out. And it looks like a little hat.
Yeah. Now you gotta do something where he's gonna be a little mouthy.
Yeah, it's doing. Oh, you know what? It's being oversensitive. That cap blocks some of the sensitivity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be it. That cap being gone. So let me see.
Oh, you're still trying to use it without the cap?
Yes.
Oh.
That's how I'm used to doing things on my computer. I hardly touch my mouse.
Right.
There's some things I reach over and I click my mouse for to open up. But mostly I use the pen. You know what? When I hold it straight up and down, it works properly. So that's what it is. That cap blocks some of the sensitivity because that sensor runs the full length of that tip. And there's not enough plastic around it without that tip cap to block it. Aha!
All right. This is not 100% done here. I'm still working on it. Still got to do the jaw and the bottom lip, but check this out. It's not too bad for a guy who doesn't sew.
Yeah, not bad, dude. You're doing good. Man.
Yeah.
I pick on you. You're doing good.
So what are you going to do for the rest of the body?
I haven't watched those videos yet, so I don't know exactly what to do next. I'm following a video. I'm following a series of videos on how to do it, and I mean, this is obviously not, perfect, but it's not too damn bad for a first time.
So instead of the headless horseman, you've got the bodiless horseman?
told you, it's a girl.
So who said the headless horseman can't be a guy? A girl.
Hi, Avery. Give me a smoosh.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to look.
Yes, it's just scary.
This is okay. I was just looking at it, going, why does not the jaw? And I remember that there's an extra ½ inch on this on purpose. So no, this is
By
so
you
weird.
or by them, or did they say that?
This is
Just
so.
because.
This is so weird. When I put this thing on the first time, it was cut to fit, and it's got like too much extra piece. But you know that works fine because I have to later on attach the neck to it, so it's not a big deal. But this part needs to be trimmed.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
you know,
actually looking pretty good. If you did different size heads, you could create almost different size bodies.
yeah.
I see.
I don't know how I don't in the particular videos that I'm watching. I think it's not a full puppet. It's like torso up type puppets. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, still, that's even good. You know.
but she's gonna have eyes, and I'm gonna give her. She's gonna wear glasses. So she's gonna have glasses. You're not gonna see her eyes, but she's gonna have glasses. And I think
Well,
the
eyes. I was gonna say put the eyes underneath the glasses just so you can.
I think he means for it to be kind of like Beaker.
yeah, exactly.
Not
Yeah.
Beaker, the Doctor.
The Doctor, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the 5th video, which I haven't watched yet, tells you how to make the hair. So,
Nice.
but yeah,
That should be a hair raising experience.
Cross, you're just so funny, man.
I know. Oh, I could have said things will get real hairy when you watch that video.
But
Wah, wah, wah.
he's here all week, folks. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
Just don't tip the waitress. Just tip Cross. He appreciates it more.
Oh,
All right.
well, when you do it, it'll be here today, gone tomorrow.
I swear to God, he's got a book somewhere where he's reading these off of.
They're all classics.
Oh man.
Oh man, we're gonna wrap it up, folks. D, Commodore,
Whomever else.
Bethany,
Oh, Bethany was in? Very
Yeah.
good. Excellent.
Eric, we greatly appreciate you, everybody stopping by. It's been great.
All right, now let's go over to my channel. I'll start streaming.
I'm gonna be going to bed here soon.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Fine, whatever, spoil sport.
So,
All right.
do you really want to go stream on your channel?
Well, I've got to do my sketch for the day. I've been working on this since I got home from work. I'm probably not going to do it. I'm not going to.
No, if you're going to do it, I'll go and I'll just hang out. But I'm going to end this stream because I can't work anymore because this stupid pen. So we can yours, and I can just hang out and chat with you.
Who fell down?
That's my wife's cat just knocked over all the crap I had stacked up next to me.
Yeah. Hey, can you bring that pen tip to me tomorrow?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
I'll take a lunch break and bring it. Well, here, hold on a second. Before I think about it, I'll take the whole damn pen and stick it in my backpack. That way I know I have it with me and I can swing it by.
I would have two pages done by now.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's dumb luck.
I wasn't taking responsibility. I was just saying how I was sorry.
It sucks. I was like excited. You know, like I'm going to get 2 pages done on stream. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, Avery wasn't able to get penned up.
Yeah.
I think on that note, you need to end it.
Yeah. Are you going to stream, Andrew?
No, I'm not going to stream, but I do need to do a drawing. So I'm.
All right. Okay.
Just record yourself doing it and then do a speed drop. Upload
Well,
a
that's
speed drop.
that's what I normally do. So yeah.
Okay.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Hey, join us again tomorrow night, 7:30.